Most men get this completely wrong. They think attraction is built with money, looks, or saying the perfect thing. But the truth? A woman usually decides how she feels about you based on one thing most men never control: your emotional frame. And there are two words that instantly separate a desperate man from a dangerous one. Not because the words are magical, but because of the mindset behind them. Here's what you don't understand. Women are constantly testing for emotional stability. Not consciously, psychologically. She wants to know one thing. Can you stay grounded when she pulls away, gets emotional, becomes distant, or stops giving you attention? Most men fail this test immediately. The second a woman becomes colder, they panic. They double text. They over-explain. They try harder. And that's exactly why attraction dies. Because desperation is loud, neediness leaks through behavior. A man who needs validation becomes predictable, easy to control, emotionally weak. But the man who stays calm, the man who doesn't chase, he becomes psychologically intriguing. That's where the two magic words come in. I understand. That's it. Not arguing, not begging, not trying to win her over. Just calm detachment. I understand. Most men have no idea how powerful those words are. Because when a woman says, maybe we should stop talking, the average guy reacts emotionally. Why? What did I do? Please just explain. Instant loss of power. But when you calmly say, I understand, something shifts psychologically. You communicate strength without aggression. You show that your emotional state does not depend on her approval. And that creates tension, because here's the uncomfortable truth. Women are attracted to men who can emotionally survive without them. Not cold men, not toxic men. Men who are centered. This is where most men fail. They think attraction is created through constant pursuit. Wrong. Attraction grows in space, in uncertainty, in emotional contrast. When you are always available, always reacting, always seeking reassurance, you remove mystery completely. You become emotionally cheap. But a man who can walk away peacefully? That's rare. And rare things trigger value. Here's another thing most men don't realize. Women are extremely sensitive to emotional pressure. Even if you never say it directly, she can feel when your happiness depends on her responses. She feels it when you're waiting for every text. She feels it when you instantly reply every time. She feels it when you stop acting like yourself just to avoid losing her. And that pressure slowly kills attraction. Because now she's no longer experiencing you, she's managing you. And that's exhausting. This is why Stoicism becomes attractive. Not because it's trendy. Because emotional control creates safety and tension at the same time. A Stoic man doesn't overreact. He doesn't crumble under silence. He doesn't panic when things feel uncertain. Because emotionally disciplined men are rare. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean becoming emotionless. That's where a lot of guys get confused. Stoicism is not pretending you don't care. It's caring without losing control. Big difference. Weak men become emotional slaves to outcomes. Strong men stay grounded no matter what outcome happens. That emotional independence changes everything. Because when a woman feels like you're okay with losing her, she suddenly starts questioning whether she can afford to lose you. And here's the ironic part. The less you desperately need attention, the more attention you naturally attract. That's female psychology most men never grasp. Neediness repels, self-respect attracts. This is also why chasing rarely works long-term. At first, effort can create excitement, but over-pursuit creates imbalance. The woman starts feeling like the prize. You start feeling like the applicant. And once that dynamic forms, attraction slowly collapses. But the man who values his time, who stays focused on his purpose, who doesn't obsess over every emotional shift, he creates emotional tension naturally, not through games, through discipline, and women notice that immediately. Because most men today are emotionally reactive. One ignored message ruins their mood. One rejection destroys their confidence. One cold response sends them spiraling. But when you become the man who remains calm under pressure, you instantly separate yourself from the crowd. And this is where everything changes. Because attraction is not about impressing women. It's about becoming emotionally unshakable. Women don't fall for perfection. They fall for emotional certainty. The feeling that you are grounded with or without validation, that you choose connection, but do not depend on it. And once you understand that, your entire energy changes. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, you stop performing for approval. And ironically, that's when people start gravitating toward you. Because confidence is not loud. Confidence is calm. It's the ability to hear no, feel distance, experience uncertainty, and still remain centered. That's power. Not muscles, not money, not fake alpha behavior. Real power is emotional self-control. So the next time a woman tests your emotional stability, the next time she pulls back, the next time life pushes your emotions around, remember the two words that reveal more strength than endless explanations ever could. I understand. Because a high-value man doesn't beg for attention. He builds a life so grounded, so disciplined, and so emotionally strong that attraction becomes a side effect. And the man who can walk away calmly? He's usually the man nobody forgets.